Good morning. I'll call the June 18th agenda briefing to order. 9 o'clock, I'll call the meeting to order. Commissioner Hardison has the invocation. Commissioner Foster has the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll go on to the approval of the minutes of the June 4th meeting. Do we have any adjustments to the agenda yet?
Sir.
We do?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. We have one, the fire service, district consolidation between the Watson Fire Department and the Homeland Volunteer Fire Department. Set to take effect on September 4th. We'll need to establish a public hearing for August 20th at 9:30 a.m. to consider that consolidation. Watson Hunter Fire Service to have public input. She's handed out the attached public hearing notice to the stock.
Wayne.
And also the signed plans of the merger between the two departments. So that one will be got under consent.
Consent agenda, so that'll be number 15.
Yes, sir.
And thank y'all for working on that at short notice. This is very, very time sensitive.
This is for the public hearing, correct?
Yes, yes. We can't move any further. I mean, there's other things can go on between now and the public hearing, but it can't happen until we have the public hearing.
Well,
And we're shooting for September, the 1st of September for the merger.
all right, so anything else?
That's it, sir.
All right. Okay, so then we'll go to special presentations. We'll get a presentation, a plaque to NCDOT employee Luther Thompson, and I guess I'll do that. Then we have employee anniversary pins. And then we have a presentation of Miss Goldsboro 2024. Thank you. 2024. Katie Strain and Miss Goldsboro Teen 2024, Abacate Daughtry. Who will be here? Just those two, or is anybody going to?
There'll be an adult with him.
Okay.
Tree will probably be with them.
Tree will be with him.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, talking about Treva Howell. Okay. And then, Wayne Community College update by President, Dr. Patricia Pfeiffer. Then we have appointment committee, pretty extensive appointment committee report, correct?
Correct.
WCDA. This is to take funds in the amount of $100 to renovate at the Lionel Street office. Number 530 is for the sheriff's office. This is to allocate funds received for an insurance claim for damage done to an officer's vehicle for not at fault accident in the amount of $1,165.92. Number 531, this is for services on aging. This is to allocate funds that they have received from Duke Energy Progress and ECC to purchase fans for our seniors in the amount of $657. Budget amendment number 538, this is for human resources. This is a twofold budget amendment. The first section is to reallocate funding for the Random Drug Screening Program, the Tyler Connect Conference, orientation and meeting-related supplies. The second section is to reallocate funds to cover our wellness nurse contract. Budget amendment number 542. This is for solid waste. This is to appropriate insurance funds collected for electronics recycling trailer that was stolen from our Seven Springs convenience site in the amount of $4,090. Budget amendment number 544. This is for the library. This is to appropriate $500 in donations from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina to support the library expanding its gardening program to adult community members as part of a Know Your Numbers wellness program. Number 546 is for the tax office. This is to reallocate funds to cover a shortage in their postage line due to increased cost in volume in the amount of $10,500. Budget amendment number 547. This is for the sheriff's office. This is to reallocate funds from their seized property line item in office supplies to their seized property line item capital outlay to purchase a vehicle in the amount of $63,980. Budget amendment number 549. This is from the finance office. This is to reallocate funds for the purchase of 55 acres at the Goldsboro the battlefield to purchase land in the amount of $75,000. This is being moved from the contingency line item.
How many acres is
55.
55? Is it on the north or south side of the battlefield?
Be on the east side,
East side?
yeah. Yeah.
To the right of the battlefield, it's all cleared or been cut over to trees, cut off of it.
Or we,
Across from the plant that had the cross ties.
right, I mean, well, I don't have a problem with purchasing it, what we're gonna do with it? I
It's
mean,
part of the historic battlefield.
okay, are we gonna reseed it or just let it?
No, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. It's, the Goldsboro Bridge battlefield will take care of it, but we're just the owners of it.
Okay.
I don't think they want it I don't know if they want trees back on it, cause it's got, some maps that show where they had, what do you call it, build up land and
Right,
foxholes and things buried and cannon placements and stuff.
My concern is just don't let it grow back up and,
Right, I'm not sure exactly what they
Okay,
got
all
on the
right.
tab for that.
Okay.
yeah, I'm good.
Budget amendment number 553. This is for social services. This is to reallocate funds so that they can pay for their travel for social services and economic services so that it can be reported on their 1571 before year end. We get 50% reimbursement on those expenses. Budget amendment number 555 is also for social services. This is to reallocate funds from their client inmate transport line item to their state and IVE foster care, as well as to anticipate additional revenue for these programs for a total of $17,875. Their volume and level of placements can vary from month to month, so that's why they've had to increase that.
Questions? No?
Finally, budget amendment number 559 for the Jetport. This is to reallocate funds in a capital line item in the amount of $10,111.98 to the repairs and maintenance line item. This is to appropriate funds for airplane fuel tank water exposure evaluation.
And I got a question on this one. This occurred in January of '24. Why are they just testing it now?
We just received it recently from the Jetport.
We haven't paid it. It was done,
So it has been done?
yes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, good to go.
That is all I have.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
I've got a question. The one on the trailer that got stolen from Seven Springs, what does it cost to put a tracker on something like that? I mean, I don't have a clue.
Oh, well, probably a bunch, but as many trailers as we got. I don't really know the answer to that question. I mean, a tracker's not that much, but if you, when we,
I could look
what you,
into
which
it
one you
and
gonna,
ask.
which one you gonna put it
We
on?
got some on some equipment, but,
Oh, okay, so you do have on some equipment, okay.
yeah, I mean, like facilities has it on their equipment.
Right.
I don't know about the solid waste.
I mean, I'm not saying it's worth even
Right.
doing it, but I was just asking the question.
I can look into it and find out. I would imagine it'd probably be $100 a month or something to add it to
Okay,
whatever
well,
existing plan.
I mean, those trailers, you know, it won't take long to eat up what one
Right.
cost.
Right.
Let's just.
I got some on my personal stuff, on my personal equipment, and it's about $100 a month.
Okay, all right. Let's just don't advertise that one got stolen, 'cause that just opens the door.
They, yeah, broke in the fence and.
We just did.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't want to say that, Chris.
Oh,
That's
man.
what I was thinking out loud one time, and didn't need to.
Unfortunately, stuff gets stolen all the time
Oh, yeah.
from everybody.
All right, moving on to number 9, motion to cancel the July 2nd, Board of Commissioners meeting. Anybody got a concern over that? Anybody jumping up and down, giving herself high fives? Number 10, motion to approve the NCDOT request to add Highland Park Drive to the state maintenance system. Motion to approve the transfer of the sewer fund into the general fund effective July 1st, 2024. Any questions? Number 12, motion to approve the final plat for Taunton Farms, Section 3. Mr. Berry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, this is a final plat for Section 3 of Taunton Farms. With it being a final plat, it is the end of the process for a subdivision. So all the improvements are in. There are 11 lots. This is on Fields Road, out in the Nahunta community. This is the east side of Fields Road. We do have a built to standards letter. The roads are in, so DOT has issued that built to standards letter, basically saying that it meets their minimum construction standards. And the planning board has reviewed this request and recommends approval.
Any questions?
We don't have a map of that, do we?
Yep.
Should. Taunton
Taunton number 3.
Farms. There it is.
On Taunton Farm Drive, is that street gonna go further back, or don't we know yet?
At this point, they're not sure yet if they're gonna extend it at this point. There's a potential that they could, do some more lots back there, but I think their soils might not be the best. So there may be some limitations there at this point.
So it don't need to be a cul-de-sac?
Well, with it being, I think the distance is 200
Yeah,
feet,
it's
so
only, it
because
would
it's,
only affect 4 lots.
yeah,
Okay, all right. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Any other questions?
What size is the lots, Barry?
The average lot size is 21,963 square feet, so about half an acre.
Any other questions? I'll move on to Section 2 of Taunton Estates, final plat.
All right, Helton Estates, this is, again, as mentioned, final plat, so all the improvements are in this one as well. It's 27 lots. This is also on Fields Road. This is the west side of Fields Road. All the improvements are in, including the street, so we do have a built standards letter from DOT that the street does meet their minimum construction standards, their code. The planning board has reviewed this request and does recommend approval.
Any questions? Number 14, motion to approve the final plat for Glen Laurel, Section 14.
All right, and the last subdivision today is Glen Laurel. There are 7 lots. This is in the back of Glen Laurel, the existing subdivision, which is off of Dal-Pate Road, there in the Patetown community. Again, with this one, Kaufman Drive is the street that's been extended into a cul-de-sac, and so you see that on the screen with the 7 lots. The road has been constructed, all the improvements are in, and we do have a built standards letter from DOT. The planning board does recommend approval.
Barry, at one time, there was some discussion on those cul-de-sacs being made a little bit larger. Did that been talked about any or anything?
No, they meet the DOT standards for the turnaround, so the radiuses are wide enough, based on the subdivision. DOT has a design standard for subdivision
Okay.
streets, minimum standards, and so they do have to meet those for those turnarounds.
Any other questions?
The lot width on 129 and 130, the front lot width. Can you refresh my memory? At the front building setback line, as long as it meets the,
Yeah, front building setback line, that's right. But we measured, they did move the lots over, they actually give it a little more room than what's on there now, because it was even narrower, and there was some concern that, you know, even at the front, getting an emergency vehicle, but they have been widened enough that you do have enough room now to get.
Is that the creek that's
there.
behind all that?
There's a creek back there.
So that's the
Yep.
easement, that's on to the, between 131 and
Yeah, drainage
130.
easement, that's right.
Any other questions? That's the same creek that the, downstream that 10-foot beaver dam's on. Same one.
nice.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right, moving on to number 15, the adjustment, which is the Polly Watson, the Hunter Fire Department merger, public hearing.
That's straightforward. That's, for August the 20th, 24 at 9:30 a.m.
Right.
You consider the consolidation of Polly Watson and the Hunter, in your, memo that's got the public hearing notice, and also the, plan of merger, signed plan of merger. That's set to take place September 1st, 2024.
All right.
And I will say that this has been since the beginning, this has been a very smooth consolidation. Both parties are in agreement, and it had been talked for years, and had the circumstance come up where they had to do something. But the transition so far, we couldn't ask for it to go no smoother. It's kind of surprised me that it's gone as it has. But they're already trading with the Hunter some, and actually the process has already brought the two partners together.
All right, any other questions? Well, then we're going to the county manager's report, Board of Commissioners committee reports. Do we have any closed session, Mr. Gordon?
I don't think so.
All righty. Then we'll go to adjournment. So we'll stand in recess until 9 o'clock. All right, I'll call the June 18th, 2024 County Commissioners meeting to order. This morning, our invocation is by Commissioner Hardison.
Bow your head, please. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of community. Fill us with your grace, Lord God, as we make decisions that affect the citizens of Wayne County. Continue to remind us that all that we do here today should be pleasing in your sight. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
And thank you, sir. Pledge of allegiance by Commissioner Foster. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank y'all. Before we get started, if we have to evacuate the floor, from here to my right, I go with me out this door. Here to my left, we go with Carol out this door. If you have any kind of, then Chip and I'll sweep the floor. Have any medical emergencies, Dave is here in the back. If we need anything, see him. All right, I'll entertain a motion for approval of the June 4th minutes.
So move.
Please cast your vote. All right, thank y'all. All right, so, Mr. Crumper, we have adjustments to the agenda.
Yes, sir. Under your consent, I need to add the fire service district consolidation, public hearing. This is between Polly Watson and the Hunter Volunteer Fire Departments have signed a plan of merger that they want effective September the 1st, 2024. This will be the consolidation of the Polly Watson Fire Service District and the Nahunta Fire Service District. And we're requesting a public hearing be set for August 20th to 24th at 9:30 a.m. to consider that consolidation to allow public comment.
And that will,
Be
public
under
here to be here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right. All right, do I have, any discussion on that? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the adjusted agenda for June 18th.
I would like to remove the budget amendments for individual action.
Okay, so,
It would go under new business.
got it, all right. New business with budget amendments. Okay, do I have any other discussion? Entertain a motion for the adjusted, agenda for the June 18th meeting.
So move.
All right, have a motion on the floor, please cast your vote. All right, thank you. First on our, on our list for special presentations is a presentation of plaque to NCDOT employee or former employee, retired, Luther Thompson. Luther, you'll come to the podium. Luther has been a friend of mine for a lot of years. He's been very responsive on some things that he didn't have to be through the when I called him on road issues. Started with the fire service. We kind of we grew close on having to do. That's when we started doing road closures with DOT. Back in the day. I've been a strong advocate for Luther promotions in Wayne County. Back in the days of Ricky Bell days, and come up through the ranks. And he just has retired with 32 years of service. And we wanted to recognize you with a plaque, and the plaque says, "In appreciation of Luther Thompson for his 32 years of service to the NCDOT in Wayne County. Thank you for dedication to safe and efficient roadways and transportation for our citizens. This date, 18th of 2024, by the Wayne County Board of Commissioners." So, thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
You can talk now.
I'd just like to say, I want to thank you each all for this special recognition today. truthfully, I wasn't expecting anything from the county. I basically just did my job. I did all 32 years here in Wayne County. I had the opportunity to build a good relationship with a lot of you guys, working with the different commissioners. Also had a chance to succeed at any goal, you got to have a team effort. And I have to say, I have excellent employees back with the Department of Transportation that's still here in Wayne County that love serving the public in Wayne County. And also, it gave us the opportunity to build a good relationship with different various departments, such as like the county commissioner, county emergency service, and the different fire departments, and various departments in the counties, like the soil conservation office and everything. So, but I really appreciate this honor, and thank you for everything you guys done. Appreciate it.
And as I said, that's and we weren't really joking. We don't know who we're gonna call, because Luther would call you back. If he's in a meeting, he said, I'm in a meeting, I'll call you back in just a few minutes. And that means a lot, because communication is the key to success on anything that we got going on. So, Luther, I appreciate it. I know you're too young to retire, but anyway, enjoy your retirement, I guess. Thank you, bud. All right, next on our agenda is the employee anniversary pin, so that would be Mr. Chief and Ms. Ginger.
As soon as I know they're ready. And when you accept your pen, please stand up here so that we can get a photo afterwards. All right, beginning with our 1 year, we have Michael Chase, day reporting. Ian Brown, EMS. Christy Lee with Public Health Administration. Allison Sports with Public Health Administration. Michael Biggins, Facility Services. Tierra Winston, Detention Center. Jonathan Powell, Sheriff's Office. Samantha Ekberg, 911. All right, that is it for our 1 year. All right, we have one very special 5 year today, because she works up here with all of us. Jennifer, too, with Finance. Now we'll move on to our 10-year recipients, beginning with Ryan Nairn, Detention Center, and Lyndon Sutton, SRO. All right, and a 15-year pin, another special one. They're all special, but Mr. Chris Barnes, 911. Our 20-year pin recipient is Miss Melanie Harper, Public Health Family Planning. And our 25-year, Connie Smith, Public Health Administration. Congratulations to all of you, and commissioners, if you'll stand, we'll get, everybody just look that way, and they'll actually take your picture from the control room. Just smile, and we'll get an okay in just a second. Got it? All right. Thank you all, and congratulations.
Thank y'all for your service and your continued service, long-term. All right, moving on to number 5, our presentation by Miss Goldsboro 2024 Katie Strain and Miss Goldsboro Teen 2024 Abby Kate Daughtry. And I think I was gonna introduce them.
I will do that. My name is Treva Howell. I'm the local director of the Miss Goldsboro organization. And just a little preface before they come and talk to you. They're gearing up right now for what, if you will, is their Super Bowl. They leave next Monday to go to the Miss North Carolina pageant to compete for the title of Miss North Carolina, Miss North Carolina's teen. And part of that competition, there are phases of the competition, evening gown and talent and fitness, and the all-important private interview that they sit before a panel of judges and are asked questions primarily based on their community service initiative, which formerly was known as the platform. It's a socially driven initiative that they feel passionate about, that they do work in the community and advocate for this certain thing, and most of their questions are based on that. So to present today their own community service initiative, first we'll have Miss Goldsboro's teen, Abby Kate Daughtry, and followed by Miss Goldsboro, Katie Strain. Abby Kate.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abby Kate Daughtry, and I am Miss Goldsboro's Teen 2024, and shortly I will be going to compete for the title of Miss North Carolina's Teen. Part of the Miss America opportunity is the Community Service Initiative, otherwise known as the CSI and Minus Fit for Success, and it's highlighting the importance of physical education and the correlation it has to brain health amongst youth. Some topics and projects that I've been able to promote through my CSI Fit for Success is my curriculum that I bring into schools. I've been able to visit over 3 different counties, including Wayne, Sampson, and Cumberland County, visiting hundreds of elementary school students, and I bring them my curriculum. The first part of my curriculum is targeted towards trivia and facts based on exercise and understanding and allowing children to grab a concept of how important it is to exercise and how that fuels your bodies. Then the second part is on proper nutrition. I use the My Plate program to where we do a hands-on activity to where they can see which foods belong in which food groups and if the foods that they put in their bodies aligns with the My Plate program. Being able to go and to advocate and educate these children on topics and bring them resources they may not have ever had before is something I'm very passionate about. Another service opportunity I've been able to do with Fit for Success is my playground and sports equipment drive. I've collected softball bats, baseball bats, helmets, balls, jump ropes to bring to local elementary schools and to local rec centers to afford children with the opportunity to be able to play sports at local rec centers and to have an avenue to exercise at their schools during recess time. Another opportunity that's one of my personal favorites is called Girls on the Run, and it's a mentorship program for girls in grades 3 through 5, which allows them to have a mentor, or otherwise known as a running buddy, and they also go through a curriculum of confidence building and peer building activities, which allows them to accomplish this task of preparing and training for a 5K, as well as building life skills along the way. Today, I come advocating for the Girls on the Run program because it's a program that some schools cannot afford to have, and if some schools do have it, there is oftentimes low participation because it is $75 a girl to be able to participate, which not all girls can afford. But I do believe in the power of funding in collaboration with boards and school systems to be able to provide funding or partial funding for young ladies to have this incredible opportunity to have a mentor and to be able to prepare, train for a 5K and have a sense of accomplishment that they completed a 5K along with their running buddy. In 1 week, I will be leaving for High Point, North Carolina to vie for the title of Miss North Carolina's Teen 2024. I would like to thank my family, friends, for you all for listening to me today, the town of Goldsboro, my Miss Goldsboro committee, and my Miss Goldsboro's teen sponsors for their time, effort, and energy to making sure I'm the very best I can be. I'm very grateful, blessed, and honored to be able to represent Goldsboro and Wayne County as Miss Goldsboro's Teen 2024, and thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Katie Strain. I am Miss Goldsboro 2024. My community service initiative is I Love Myself, promoting the importance of self-love within the classroom. As a current second grade teacher, I often hear things like, I can never get it right, I'm not smart, and I can't. But in my classroom, we learn to love ourselves. Here's what my student, Kara, had to say. I love my clothes, my smile, and my hair. I am unique. Nobody can compare. I love myself. Kara's words moved me and led me to believe that something needed to be done, as many children cannot identify what they truly love about themselves. As Miss Goldsboro, it is my mission to continue to promote the importance of self-worth within the classroom. Through my community service initiative, I've been able to speak to children across the state of North Carolina, as well as beginning teachers in both Harnett and Wayne County, and advocate for the students and staff of, I've been able to speak to teachers across Wayne County and share the importance of self-worth through my community service initiative. I've been able to educate students and staff the importance of self-worth. Sorry. Self-worth is often something that is overlooked, and children are not able to identify what they truly love about themselves. We tend to believe that they come from a home where that is encouraged, but that's not always the case. Through my community service initiative, children are able to identify what they truly love about themselves. Just like another one of my students have said, I'm like a fish in the ocean, I just keep swimming. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to speak this morning and for your continued support as I represent Goldsboro and the Wayne County community at the 86th Miss North Carolina competition this June. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both for those presentations, and we wish both of you good luck in the upcoming weeks, and bring home the title. All right, next on our agenda is number 6, Wayne Community College update by President Patty Pfeiffer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are the commissioners this morning?
Good.
So just to bring you a few updates, I have a lot of slides, so I'll try to go pretty quickly through there because I know I have a limited period of time. But exciting things are happening at Wayne Community College. As always, you know, we're always concerned about enrollment, especially post-COVID. I am pleased to say our spring enrollment numbers looked very good. This is head count numbers at the end of the semester. Our Korean College Promise is up, and since 2021, which is immediately post-COVID, it's up over 40%. So we're educating more individuals in the community. Our summer numbers are looking good. We don't have final summer numbers yet, especially for workforce continuing education, because we're constantly enrolling. But as of the 29th of May, our curriculum count was up 9.6%. We still had a short term that started June 10th. I don't have those numbers yet, but so I anticipate that might be in double digits by the time we get close to the end of the semester. You will have seen in the news that Wayne Community College had received some recognition at the national and the state level. This is a picture of us in Louisville, Kentucky. The American Association of Community Colleges, we were named a finalist in one of their Awards of Excellence category for Outstanding College Corporate Partnership with Smithfield Foods. And that is for our apprenticeship with industrial systems. I will share, we did not come home with the biggest trophy. We were one of 5 finalists in the nation, but Wayne Community College was the only North Carolina community college that was a finalist in any of the 11 categories that the American Association of Community Colleges awards excellence in. So very excited about that. That apprenticeship was initiated in 2019. And it has now been replicated in 5 states, at least 7 other community colleges, the model that was developed at Wayne Community College. And we are admitting, I think, our 6th cohort this fall from Smithfield Foods in that apprenticeship. So very proud of that. We did receive the Pinnacle Award at the state level. It was a 2024 Workforce Development Pinnacle Award in the category for Apprenticeship Championship, again with Smithfield Foods. It recognized exemplary employers or groups that demonstrated extraordinary engagement with and commitment to education with a community college. So we brought home that trophy, I believe, in April. Wayne Community College, for the 11th year in a row, has been named a military-friendly school at the gold level. As I think I've shared in the past, you think of the Olympics, either gold, silver, and bronze. We were at the gold level for that, and we were also named a spouse-friendly school. Our Academic Skills Center, some of you, if I said the tutoring center that we have on campus, has been recognized for excellence. We received the Program Excellence Award for a 2-year school. It is the first time in the National Tutoring Association's history that one school has won it 3 years in a row. So very proud of the work that Dr. Dangerfield and her staff are doing. She also received a Professional Development Award for a project that she is doing for mentors for our peer tutors. Michael McCrae, a former employee of Wayne Community College, did receive the 2023 Tutor Profile Encourage Award, and that is for an individual who has overcome significant hardships while providing superior service to our students. And Conrad Artist received Tutor of the Year through the same association. We signed a partnership with Fairwinds Aviation to be able to offer ground school for pilots training. So if anybody is interested in learning how to fly, we are providing, through our continuing education department, 144 hours of instructions in partnership with Fairwinds Aviation that is required for somebody who wants to receive their private pilot's credentials.
Is there a number? I mean,
Yeah,
amount?
we will call Todd King
Okay.
at WCC. I don't have his number
That's fine.
memorized, but we can get that for you.
Thank you.
We have also signed what I have termed a 2+2+2, a local teacher pathway partnership with Wayne County Public Schools as well as the University of Mount Olive. Through that, students who are interested in becoming teachers right here in Wayne County can start as a teacher in the teacher cadet program. while they are still in high school, move on and throughout that program, take Career and College Promise or dual enrollment credits while they're in high school, continue with us, get their associate degree in either Associate in Arts Teacher Prep or Associate in Science Teacher Prep, and they'll go directly onto UMO to finish their last 2 years and receive their teacher licensure. And then that way, they can come right back to Wayne County Public Schools and teach for Wayne County Public Schools. And Wayne County Public Schools will recruit them for hiring, so we can stay local. So a kid could stay local right here if they want to become a teacher. Recently, I traveled to Fayetteville State University, and we signed a Bronco benefit that allows students to transition to Fayetteville State if they so desire to be lifelong learners. It is a guaranteed admission, and there's transfer assistance available for those students. We are very excited about the opportunities. This is only one of the multiple opportunities we have for that type with other public and private schools in North Carolina. So lots of opportunity for our students to transition and be lifelong learners. One of the projects that we have been asked and accepted to join is called the NC Reconnect. We are in cohort 4 of the NC Reconnect. It's basically a 2-part program where we're reaching out to individuals who have stopped out of Wayne Community College. And those are students that are either in curriculum programs that didn't finish for some reason and stopped out, and or students who are in our basic skills. So they're coming back for their high school diplomas and they have stopped out and they have not finished. So we are working with a telemarketing company and Inside Track through the John M. Belk Endowment, who's providing funding for this, that reaches out to these students, trying to figure out what we could do to bring them back. Sometimes it's a mere small amount of money that has stopped a student from coming. We do have some funding through the John M. Belk Endowment to help those students. I'll give you an example. We had a student very recently that initially owed about $700. And she had made 2 payments on that, knowing she wanted to come back to school. She was down to just over $400. And we were able, through the NC Reconnect project, reach out to her, provide some of the funding, the grant funding that we are getting from the John M. Belk Endowment, and we're able to pay that balance of $400. And she has enrolled in summer courses and has enrolled in fall courses. So sometimes a small financial burden can stop a student from coming back. And she was trying. She was actually making payments on the debt that she owed. So we're focusing on adult students from 25 to 44, as well as we are marketing some of our top programs that we have. And one of the programs that we're marketing is apprenticeships. And there's a lot of interest for apprenticeships, so we're working very closely to try to connect students that connect with us in the Better Skills, Better Jobs marketing campaign to get them into apprenticeships and work with business and industry to get them hired. So very excited about that opportunity. The John M. Belk Endowment did provide us $125,000 over the next 2 years for those efforts. One of the other opportunities that we have done is the Train the East Latino Initiative. I was fortunate, you can see Mr. Craig Fote, he's also in that picture. We had the opportunity to travel with Go Global to Mexico to learn about the culture and strengthen the pipeline of individuals that have a Latino or Hispanic heritage to come in to education and to improve their lives. So through that trip, we met, there was 4 colleges that went, representatives from 4 colleges, of course, Wayne Community College, Lenore Community College, James Front, and Sampson Community College. We collaboratively were able to go together and secure a $1 million grant that has been divided among the 4 colleges, so we each have secured $250,000 over a 2-year window. We were able to hire a Hispanic Latino outreach and career navigator who is working directly with 2 of our high schools that have a high Latino population, and that is Spring Creek and Southern Wayne High School. And be able to not only work with the students to tell them about the opportunities that they have in education, but also to work with parents so that they can understand the importance of their child progressing through with education. And we are looking at programs that these students can complete in 1 year or less. Things like electrician, truck driving, paramedic, welding, nurse aide, law enforcement, and HVAC. So looking at those types of programs. That healthy relationship that we continue with Smithfield Foods, they have invested $1 million and with the North Carolina Business Committee on Education through the governor's office. And they have asked Wayne Community College and Lenoir Community College to host a pre-apprenticeship for youth. So this summer is the first cohort of students that we have brought in, and these are high school students who are in a pre-apprenticeship. We have about 23. Lenoir, I think, has 12 of those students, and they are earning college credit throughout the summer. They are exploring careers in fields like engineering, maintenance, industrial systems, mechatronics, and they are getting hands-on experience and having weekly tours in local businesses and industries. So the focus through Smithfield Foods was really on growing manufacturing and the ag workforce through work-based learning opportunities. So very excited about this. These kids are already in and moving forward with this pre-apprenticeship. Little update on site. I know you guys are very invested in our Center for Industrial Technology and Engineering. You can see we finally have some bricks up. We actually have windows that are finally going in. And we, as of the end of May, we are 58% complete in that building. We anticipate we will be utilizing it for classes in fall of '24. Our ag building, we have submitted our 3-1 to the state level. We will have a request for qualifications that will be posted very, very soon. Very excited about that opportunity. That will be hopefully in the fall. Maybe we can be starting that project. And we have various other renovation projects that are going on campus. You saw the awards that we got for our Academic Skills Center. We are expanding their space up on the 3rd floor of the Wayne Learning Center building. We are soon we'll be in design phase for doing some expansion and renovation in our nursing building, public safety. We'll be getting an entire floor in the Azalea building. We are in the process of designing that now. We will be able to start that project once we get site up and running because we're going to move machining and industrial systems out of there. Truck driver training pad. Hopefully that contract will be awarded really soon, and a local contractor will have that project. We have some chill water piping. We've got a main water meter that needs to go in. So lots and lots of things that are happening. We are working with a company to look at a stormwater retention grant opportunity through ecosystem planning and restoration. We are in a draft easement for that one right now to see how that can help have an impact on Stony Creek and Reedy Creek, the flooding that occurs on Wayne Memorial. So we're working with them very, very closely. And I do thank you for your support. I know I talk very, very fast, but I am a northerner by birth. But I'm free for any questions that you might have about what's happening at Wayne Community College.
Anybody got anything?
As usual, Dr. Pfeiffer, thank you for all
You're
you've
more than
done,
welcome.
your staff and everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
this is amazing what you've accomplished and everything at the college. And we
What's it-
look forward to the new building opening.
Me too. Me too. We've got about 16 projects going on right now. A lot of those projects will have a direct impact on student learning.
Yes.
Renovating spaces, the expansion that we'll do in the nursing area will provide more opportunity to admit more students to meet the healthcare needs that the hospitals has. We're exploring a new program. We're exploring the opportunity possibly for a surge tech program because the hospital said they have a great need for surge techs. We're admitting 28 students into our LPN program for the first time ever, which is 8 in addition to our original 20 that we've always taken, just because there's a need out there, and the hospital is now hiring LPNs. They had not for a period of time. They are back to hiring LPNs. Our paramedic program is really healthy. The hospital is hiring paramedics into their emergency room now. And so, we're trying to meet with business and industry, find out what their needs are, and be able to meet those needs to the best way possible.
And thank you for that.
You are more than welcome.
Any others?
Mr.
Sherman.
Twyford, what you guys bring to this county is, you can't measure it.
No.
Thank you.
It's touching on our youth and also some of the older adults, and also providing services like to the hospital.
Yeah.
For that, we thank you. Keep up
But we
the good
just
work.
started foster grandparents, so we have our golden bisons too.
Oh.
They started yesterday. So from, we have infants in our child care center, and we have our golden bisons came in
That's
just
great.
yesterday for the first time. So,
Does
You're
Wayne
more than
consider a golden bison?
well, I think I mirror that too. But I'm just thankful for the support that the county commissioners always give to Wayne Community College.
Thank you for your presentation. And, by serving on that board, my health issues just kind of slowed me down a little bit, but I'm gonna try to do better. But Dr. Pfeiffer has given us this report, but her staff and everyone out there is, they support her with 110%. I mean, we can go to the trustees meeting, and, she gets a lot of credit, but she's got a fine staff that works with her, and, like Chris, Mr. Freeman said, that's an asset that Wayne County, a lot of people don't realize we've got. I rode it up and down Wayne Memorial Drive ever since it's been Wayne Memorial Drive. And I'd ride by the college and really not think about it until I got on the board of trustees. And but that's one of the greatest assets that Wayne County has got. It's turning out, there's skills out there that you can go to Wayne Community, and the time frame is different on a lot of them. But they skills that's being taught at Wayne Community, that when they graduate and get their certificates and all, they can go into the workforce and they can find a job. The job's waiting for them. And a lot of times they're making just as big a salary as people that's got a 4-year degree in something that would never really benefit them. And I'm not slamming the colleges, but it's amazing to see some of the students that Wayne Community College and the surrounding community colleges has turned out that has gone into the workforce, that has, kind of started at the bottom and worked their way up. And it's very rewarding to see a young person and even an adult that takes courses out there. I just took for granted that the college was there, but I didn't realize how important it is to Eastern North Carolina until I got involved in it. But thank you so much.
You are more than welcome. It's just a pleasure to serve.
One point that Mr. Akart just made about the salaries and the 4-year degree versus the community degree. You come out of the community college with basically no tuition payments.
Yeah.
So basically, you don't have a student loan, where you go 4 years, take a subject that you may not work in with $100,000 in debt. So it's amazing what can be done at the community college. And we thank you.
Absolutely. Our, like our CDL program, those who come to our truck driver training program, they're there for, anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks. And the majority of them are employed before they leave us, as long as they get their CDL license. And they're going out there making 50 plus with 16 weeks of training.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of investment that can be done in short-term training. We are working at expanding a lot of our short-term training programs, but even some of our curriculum programs, like welding. Welders are in demand. So they can come to us, get a 1 year, and move on very, very quickly. Sometimes it's hard to keep them in the program because they get skills, they get hired, and then it's hard to get them back into the program. But absolutely, I 100% agree with you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
And one of the courses that's offered at Wayne Community that really blew my mind That's the aviation one. I couldn't really visualize aviation at Wayne Community College, but my understanding is that, you know, they may not can find a job right here, but their graduation rate is, they got 100% job placement most of the time when they leave. I mean, they may have to go to Atlanta and work for Boeing or something like that, but you know, it's still, we're turning out some great students. Very, very, very smart.
I know you went through that presentation fairly quickly, but I'm gonna highlight on just a few things.
Yes, sir.
The apprenticeship initiative that was started there in other states or coming
Yes.
on board, that's something, you know, to be proud of. The other one was, one of the other ones was the only community college in North Carolina to be recognized in 11 categories.
Absolutely.
That says a lot,
It does.
right here in Wayne County. And the next thing, probably one of the most important, with the environment we're in, is 11 years running, being military friendly and military spouse friendly.
Absolutely.
So we want to tell you thank you for what you do for our county. You know, educating the workforce that we need. Kent's back there in the back. I mean, he can attest the workforce is kind of waning. And having the education system we have in Wayne County, that we can utilize some of our own people for the jobs that's needed to build that building that you have at the on campus and do the mechanical and electrical and things. We appreciate your staff and what they do for our community. So thank you.
Welcome. I'll share that sentiment with them. All right. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, we missed the photo opportunity with our two
Okay.
Miss Goldsboros, so if I could ask the board to
Yep.
come down, we're gonna do that real quick so that they can move on with their day. And,
Go ahead, young man.
all right, and everyone just look up at the cameras or to the young lady back there taking with the cell phone, and we'll get an okay. All right. They've got it in our control room, so we are good, and I thank you, ladies, so much for being here today.
Yeah. All right, we're going to skip over our appointment committee and go to our 9:30 public hearing. I'll call the 9:30 public hearing to order. This is to receive public comment regarding an economic incentive grant to Project Blend and the sale of 28.03 acres valued at $2.803 million and located at 505 Gateway Drive, Goldsboro, North Carolina, 27534. The Board of Commissioners will consider to sell the property for the purchase price of $40,000 an acre and a $1 million incentive grant payable over 10 years in exchange for the company's commitment to invest a total of $36.4 million in capital improvements and create 16 jobs in Wayne County. Board of Commissioners may choose to take action following the public hearing. So do we have someone to kind of come up and kind of explain?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Chair and our commissioners. It's good to be with you again this morning to really talk about an exciting time in economic development in Wayne County and Eastern North Carolina. So I got to take you back a little bit. Project Feed/Blend I actually started in October of 2022 with a meeting with North Carolina Southeast and Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina, Mary Lisa Pegg. Met with a young man, I don't think Carlos is here today, but we met with Carlos and showed several sites to him in our part of the region. So very good time. We had some good conversations with Carlos and what we had to offer in Eastern North Carolina. You know, this is a company that is from Columbia. It's not a company that's a startup, but has been in business a very long time. So they know what they're doing, and it's an honor for them to be here and select a place in Eastern North Carolina, especially Goldsboro and Wayne County. You know, we look at the competition, you know, we were in competition with other states and other parts of North Carolina, so that means a lot too. So today when we bring forward to you, as our chairman mentioned, we'll have an agreement, which is a performance-based agreement, which is based off their capital investment and the jobs that will be created. There's also a contract to purchase land from the county, and there's also a rail agreement that's in there that really looking at some easements that we have to provide with the folks with North Carolina Railroad and Norfolk Southern. So I've named a lot of people in there, and the partners, after we get through with the public hearing, I want to go back and talk to you about the press release that we want to put out there, because when we look at projects and people looking at economic development and the process, again, this is one that's really a best practice because of all the partnerships that had to be developed and kind of nurtured and kind of understand what we had to have to locate a company from, you know, not here in North America. So that meant a lot in bringing those partners together and making a commitment to make this project come together. And so that process began in October of 2022 about infrastructure, labor, commitments, and of course, getting our lawyers engaged, and their lawyers engaged. So today, we're going to bring you Project Blend. It's a new facility to be located on Parcel 9 in Park East Industrial Park. The site will be a rail-served blending and finishing facility which will receive essential ingredients by truck or rail. It will focus on assembling products and distributing them throughout the U.S. The company wishes to purchase Lot 9 at a price of $40,000 an acre, and they will invest $36.4 million in capital investment and create 16 jobs with an average wage of $47,381 per year. The company will be a high rail user with an average of potentially up to 8 cars per week. An incentive grant that we have before you based on these numbers is a 10-year performance-based agreement, again, based on jobs and capital investment, an amount of $1 million to be paid out over that $1 million, over that 10 years. So I think we need to stop there. Is there any questions about the performance-based agreement?
Anyone have any questions?
All right, so the second piece is the purchase of the property. That's Parcel 9. It was 28 acres. In dealing with the North Carolina Railroad and Norfolk Southern, we had to kind of adjust a part of that for easement to get rail to where it needed to be and to give future expansion requirements that we needed to make sure we had at Park East. So it's a little less than 28 acres. In fact, we've got a survey about 30 minutes ago to kind of define everything. So we're excited about that. So that's the other thing on your agenda for the public hearing, is to approve that purchase of the property. The third piece, I'll probably bring Andrew up to talk to you about the agreement with North Carolina Railroad and the easement and Parcel 7 and what happens to Parcel 9. And that's the last piece that you have to be approved today. So any questions so far? And Andrew, if you want to talk about that a little bit.
On the survey, is that something that we need to correct on this, or is the public hearing part of it? It's not, okay.
No, we can't, or we don't need to. So just to explain a little bit further, so Lot 9, if you're going down, down in Park East, you have Hoshikawa on the left, so this is a lot just beyond that. We are reserving of that 28 acres a small portion that will serve the future adjoining property. WCDA is currently in cooperating with the private property owners to get some of that due diligence completed, so hopefully we can move forward on that side in the future. But in terms of Lot 7, so this is the parcel that actually adjoins the railroad. It's got the power lines to go through a portion of it as well. So in order to serve Lot 9, Project Blend, the third piece of this incentive is we're going to have to deed about 4.3 acres to North Carolina Railroad. So North Carolina Railroad owns all that railroad. They will own the spur that goes across Lot 7. Lot 9 will be owned by the company, by Project Blend, and then the small portion that we're reserving right now will just be land. In the future, hopefully, we will build out that rail. I do want to emphasize to you that we are only deeding the land. We're not committing any monies to the construction of that spur. We've been in negotiations with North Carolina Railroad. I know there has been some back and forth, but I think with the advancements on the adjoining property, North Carolina Railroad is committed to this spur, and they're committed to the expansion of railroad in Park East at this point. So you're not committing any dollars for the construction of that railroad right now. We're just giving that property. I do believe WCDA is working on securing some grants to help North Carolina Railroad do that. So that's the third piece of it. One additional thing that I would add, recall that you have a interlocal agreement with the city of Goldsboro that was passed in May. So that was a big piece in getting this project finished and over the finish line. So because that's in place, Lot 9, even though it's in the ETJ, will not have to be annexed into the city, and then the county will split its ad valorem taxes with the city of Goldsboro. So, and the incentives are totally on the county side. That split is completely separate than the incentives that you're gonna, so.
All right. Any questions for Andrew? Thanks, sir. All right.
So that is what we've moved to present to you for approval, and after we do that, hopefully I'll introduce some special guests here, and I really want to read the press release as we actually officially announce Project Blend and who it is.
Okay. Ms. Bowden, do we have anybody sign up?
No, sir.
All right. Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing. What's the pleasure of the board?
Make a motion, we approve.
All right, we have a motion on the floor.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, if we could amend that motion to approve the sale of property for $40,000 an acre, approve the economic development agreement, and also the conveyance of 4.3 acres on Lot 7 to North Carolina
You'll add
Railroad.
4.3 acres.
So moved.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. All right, if y'all would proceed to vote. I don't know if mine's up or not. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Mine was on.
All right, that's unanimous. So Don, thank you. Your persistence has made a vast improvement in all of our lives, and we can move forward. And we appreciate the city being on board, the mayor and the interim managers here this morning as well. So we really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to y'all becoming Wayne Countyans.
So if I can, if you will allow me, I want to introduce some of these folks here. As I read the press release, I want them to come up, and then I think one or more may have comments back. So,
Yes, sir.
Of course, a lot of you guys know, and again with the city manager and the mayors that's here. So Donna Vera, which is the operation managers, Luis Alfredo Diaz was the corporate project manager, and Juan Sebastian is the managing director of the Alianza Team USA Inc. So if you guys will come right here, I'm going to read the press release, then I'll give the microphone to you. Immediate release, Alianza team announces expansion in the United States with new manufacturing facility in Goldsboro, North Carolina. June 18th, 2024, Alianza Team Foods USA, Inc., a prominent organization in the vegetable lipids, fats, and oil sector across multiple Latin American countries, is excited to announce the creation of Team Foods USA, Inc., with over 75 years of expertise and a robust development, innovation, high quality standards, and achieving high levels of customer satisfaction. The new initiative signifies Alianza's team's entry into the U.S. market, highlighted by the planned construction of the Advanced Food Production Facility in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Alianza team is committed to creating positive outcomes for customers, consumers, and the environment. The company has widespread operations in Colombia, Chile, and Mexico, and exports to the United States, Puerto Rico, Peru, Costa Rica, Panama, Curacao, Argentina, and Bolivia. The new plant in Goldsboro is designed to be a rail-served blending and finishing facility which will receive essential ingredients by truck or rail. It will focus on assembling products and distributing them throughout the U.S. Construction is set to begin in 2024, with the facility expected to be fully operational by November of 2025. We're thrilled to announce just some comments from some of our folks. We are thrilled to announce this investment that represents Alianza's team commitment to enter the U.S. market and be an active part of the business community and job creators in the region. Our gratitude and appreciation to the local governments of Goldsboro and Wayne County, as well as the North Carolina Global Economic Development Region, who since day one has been well-being supportive of our project. We believe we will bring development, state-of-the-art technology, and well-being to the people of Goldsboro and Wayne County. At Alianza team, we are fully committed to this project, and we will continue working to have a successful venture that brings prosperity to our stakeholders while honoring our higher purpose of nurturing a better tomorrow. This is said by Juan Sebastianino, Managing Director of Alianza Team USA. Congratulations to Alianza Team Foods USA, Inc. on their decision to establish operations in Wayne County, stated North Carolina Representative John R. Bell IV. The jobs and capital investment that bring are a welcome addition to our community. The success in attracting foreign direct investment to Eastern North Carolina highlights our community's capability to support such expansions. Today's marks another exciting economic development announcement for Wayne County, said Chairman Chris Gurley. We worked hard to meet the goals of Alianza, and bring them here adds another branch of agriculture to our county and the Park East Industrial Park. We're excited to welcome Alianza and the quality jobs that will bring to Wayne County. It took a lot of teamwork to overcome such hurdles, and we truly appreciate the interest in our county and their patience in getting this done. This was by Chairman Chris Gurley. I so appreciate the work that goes into recruiting and negotiating a successful placement of international company right here in Goldsboro. The company brings safe, desirable, high-tech jobs to our community while producing a product that gets used around the world every day. We're excited to see a company with a major research home located at North Carolina State University choose to further invest just down the highway right here in the heart of Wayne County. That was stated by Charles Gaylord IV, Mayor of the City of Goldsboro. Team Foods USA, Inc. anticipates that by 2029, they will produce over 13,120 metric tons. That's approximately 29 million pounds. Positioned strategically in Goldsboro, the site offers access to both rail and interstate highways, enabling efficient receipt of raw materials and prompt delivery of finished products. The location is particularly advantageous as it facilitates quick shipments to the northeastern United States, where the bulk of the company's existing customers are based. Partnering with the North Carolina Economic Development Region, where the Economic Partnership of North Carolina, Department of Commerce, North Carolina General Assembly, North Carolina Community College System, North Carolina Railroad, Norfolk Southern, Wayne County Development Alliance, the City of Goldsboro, Duke Energy, North Carolina Southeast, and Wayne Community College. Again, thank you for all. Thanks for our partners Dr. Pfeiffer for being here and stepping up with the training. I think she left, so we'll do some introductions later on. These folks will actually be doing some work with trying to get some folks hired this week. So, again, the mayor and the manager being here, our team from the eastern region and the county at Men's Lot. Andrew's done a lot of work behind the scenes and making sure we had everything in process and in proper order for today's announcement. So thank you all for what you do, and I'm going to step aside and let you talk to these folks.
Well, just briefly, we wanted to thank you guys, especially Mark and the city. Thank you guys so much. Mark was very instrumental, by the way. Sharp guy to work with. A little history of our search. We went through 4 states, and I've been to so many plants, I can't name them all. And we chose Goldsboro, Wayne County, so real proud of that. And you can see, and he mentioned, our slogan is nurturing a better tomorrow. We have about 9 to 13, I can't remember the count now, PhDs on staff that just work to make better food for people. And we do a lot of innovation, and that's what we're about, is making good, healthy food. And we grow fast. We grow really fast, so I'm looking forward to it. One thing they didn't mention is we're the 13th most sustainable food company in the world. That's amazing. I was so proud last year when we were the 25th, and this year we're 13th. So, and a lot of that has to do with this gentleman right here. He designs plants that are efficient and sustainable. As a matter of fact, in the Morelia, Mexico facility, our wastewater goes through an aquarium that has full of fish and then goes to the city for further processing. So it's sort of a neat thing to see. So anyhow, we are a very proud company. We're very glad to be here, and just want to take a moment to thank all of you for what you've done. It's been Mark has done a tremendous amount. Thank you, Mark. It's been great. And so we look forward to being here. Thank you so much.
We appreciate your commitment to Wayne County and the city of Goldsboro, and we look forward to y'all getting up and started and your future expansions. If you're growing that fast, we can grow that fast in Wayne County too, so we're good.
We've gone through an expansion and we haven't started yet. And one other thing I'll mention, and because of what I went through with so many states, getting this rail spur in is going to be instrumental for your growth.
Right.
Yeah.
As soon as you announce that you have a rail spur and an industrial park there ready to go, there's a need out there for that.
Yeah,
So
yes.
I think you guys are positioning yourselves for growth
Yeah.
as well.
So this is officially announced, correct? Officially, right?
It's
All right,
official.
so let's get a picture up here, because this has been a long time coming. So
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. You can move that.
I'll stay over here. I'll stay over here next to Carol. That's all right.
Nancy.
It's a large group for sure.
All right, I'm waiting on confirmation from Joel, and if y'all will look at Tim as well.
Once they're done, I'll take it. You ready?
Joel has not responded? He's good. Got it. Thank you.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Neil Benton. Yeah, no, wore blue today.
Okay, we'll move on back up to our appointment committee.
Commissioner, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Could I make a comment right quick on the project that we just,
Yes,
were
sir.
discussing? He mentioned, the importance of rail, here in Wayne County and all. And he also mentioned trucking. I made my living in trucking. 795 is gonna be a great asset to getting industry in here. And he said most of their customers was in the northeast, so 795 is gonna be great. What we got to do now is just work on getting that southern connection done. Because, that's gonna connect us to the port. And, I was glad to hear him mention the rail and the trucking because, your large companies like that are looking to get close to the interstates. I mean, rail's fine, but, a truck's still got to be involved most of the time. But I'm glad that he mentioned that because, now we just got to concentrate, getting that southern connector. And it's not, I may never ride on it, but we can't give up on trying to get it done.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Hardison.
Okay, the appointment committee, we have several this morning, Mr. Chair, and with the assistance of Ms. Boyd, we'll get through this.
All right.
Number one, motion to reappoint the Housing Appeals Board, and those members are Joe Darby, George Wayne Aycock, Vivian Foster, Barbara Aycock, Yvonne Moore, and Gregory Kesey, and Mike Gurley.
All right, have a motion on the floor. Please cast your vote.
Okay.
All right.
Are we good with that, Kayla? Oh, okay, I didn't see you. Okay. Motion to reappoint Paul King and Mike Ward to the Wayne Executive Jetport Advisory Committee.
All right, I got a motion on the floor. All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same.
Okay, Ms. Borden, will you take the next one, please?
I will. There was a recommendation by the WCDA Board of Directors to appoint Chris Cox not to one of the four commissioner appointments, but a general appointment to the Wayne County Development Alliance Executive Committee. This was not recommended by the appointment committee. So we need a vote from the board on, raise your hand if you wish to approve the appointment of Chris Cox to the Wayne County Development Alliance Executive Committee.
Okay, so what we're.
That was to raise your hand if you wish to approve the recommendation by the Wayne County Development Alliance Board of Directors. In other
All right.
words, if you
See-
wish to appoint him, Chris Cox to the Wayne County Development Alliance Executive Committee, raise your hand.
All right. Seeing none, all that oppose, raise your hand.
If you do not wish to appoint Chris Cox to the Wayne County Development Alliance Executive Committee, raise your hand.
That unanimous?
That is correct.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Motion to appoint Ryan Roberson to the Animal Control Advisory Board.
I have a motion on the floor. Please raise your right hand in favor. All opposed? Thank you. All is unanimous.
Motion to reappoint Melvin Horner, Fran Casey, Gil Jones, Nancy Della, and Peggy Tate to the Council on Aging.
All right, I have a motion on the floor. Please raise your right hand in favor. Unanimous.
Okay, motion to reappoint Nancy Della and Charles T. Gibbons to the Commissioners Council for Older Adults.
All right, have a motion on the floor. Please raise your right hand in favor. Unanimous in favor.
Okay. Motion to appoint Charles Brogdon, Charles Brogdon to the WCC Board of Trustees.
All right, have a motion on the floor. All in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimous.
And finally, Mr. Chair, motion to appoint Chris King to the ABC Board, replacing Bill Payton.
Have a motion on the floor. In favor, raise your right hand. All opposed?
And Mr. Chair, that was the final.
Work. Thank you, sir. Okay, so now we go to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Is this in the thing, or we raise our right hand?
You should be able to vote.
Mine won't come up.
Okay.
All in favor, raise your right hand. Or
Mine come up.
or come up, vote.
Do we have any opposed?
Yep, no opposed, everybody voted for it. All right, now we go to new business, which will be the budget amendments. So, Miss Angie, there'll be individual action, so we will have to raise our hand because they're not in the system right now. All right, so can you bring them up on the?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Did you really? We actually had brought them up,
That's fine.
and she closed them out.
They're on our iPad, so.
Yeah, if you can just look at them there, we've already shown them to the public.
Is that
Okay.
Oh, never mind, no.
That's 4, 6. All right, go ahead, Angie.
Amendment number 529 is from WCDA. This is to reallocate $7,100 from various line items to repairs and maintenance needed to do some repairs to the Lionel Street office.
Okay, any questions? All in favor, have a motion to approve budget number 529.
So moved.
All right, have a motion on the floor. Raise your right hand in favor of. Raise your hand in not, okay, so it's 4-1. All right, go ahead on to number,
530 is Sheriff's Office. This is to appropriate funds that we have received in the amount of $1,165.92. This is from insurance claim to a vehicle for a not-at-fault accident.
do I have a motion to approve budget number 530?
So moved.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, raise your right hand. 4-1.
Budget amendment number 531, this is Services on Aging. This is to appropriate funds received from Duke Energy Progress and ECC to purchase fans for our seniors in the amount of $657.
Have a motion to approve budget number 531.
So moved.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed?
Budget amendment number 538. This is for Human Resources. This is a twofold budget amendment. The first section is to reallocate funds for random drug screening program, the Tyler Connect 24 conference, orientation, and meeting-related supplies. The second section of this budget amendment is to reallocate funds to cover our wellness nurse contract.
Have a motion to approve budget number 538.
So moved.
Move.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? 4-1.
Budget amendment number 542 is for solid waste. This is to appropriate insurance funds collected for electronics recycling trailer that was stolen from our Seven Springs convenience site in the amount of $4,090.
Do I have a motion to approve budget number 542?
So moved.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? 4-1.
Budget amendment number 544, this is for the library. This is to appropriate $500 donation from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina to support the library expanding its gardening program to adult community members as part of a Know Your Numbers wellness program.
Do I have a motion to approve budget number 544?
So move.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? Unanimous.
Budget amendment number 546, this is for tax. This is in the amount of $10,500 to cover a shortage in postage due to increased volume and cost.
Do I have a motion to approve budget number 546?
So moved.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? 4-1.
Budget amendment number 547 for the Sheriff's Office. This is to reallocate funds in the office supplies line item for seized property in the amount of $63,980 to the capital outlay line for seized property to purchase a vehicle.
Do I have a motion to approve budget number 547?
So moved.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? 4-1.
Budget amendment number 549 is for the Finance Office. This is to reappropriate funds from our contingency line item to purchase 55 from our contingency line item to capital outlay land for $75,000 for the purchase of 55 acres at the Goldsboro Bridge Battlefield.
Do I have a motion to approve budget number 549?
So moved.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? 4-1.
Budget amendment number 553 is for social services. This is to allocate a reimbursement of funds for Part 1 section of the monthly state report of $7,925.
Do I have a motion to approve budget number 553?
So move.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? 4-1.
Budget amendment number 555 is for social services in the amount of $17,875. This is a request of additional funds for their IVE and State Board foster care line items. The increase in caseloads and higher level of placements are the reason for the increase.
Do I have a motion to approve budget number 555?
So move.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? That's unanimous.
Number 559 is for the Jetport. This is to reallocate $10,111.98 from their capital outlay line item to repairs and maintenance. This is to appropriate funds for an airplane fuel tank water exposure evaluation.
Do I have a motion to approve budget number 559?
So moved.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? 3-2. That it?
That's it.
All righty. Then we'll go to county manager report.
No comments today, sir.
All right. We'll go to board of commissioners reports. Mr. Foster.
No comment.
All right. Mr. Hardison.
Two things that came out of today's meeting. One is the community college. You know, I'm thoroughly impressed with the job they're doing and what they provide to the county. And I encourage all young people and older adults also, if you need to learn a trade or you just want to learn welding, for instance, please apply, go. You can only enhance your skills. And number two was Project Blend, Project C. I mean, that's great work by our county attorney and other staff members. That's been a while coming and it's long overdue, and thank God it's over. That's it for me, sir.
Yes, sir. Ms. Aycock.
Yes. I went to the special Goldsboro called meeting the other night about the crime in our county and in our city. It is very alarming with what I've seen. I mean, when you looked at the map and seen where all the gunfire was going on, and there's a big concern in our community for our safety, and I want to thank Sheriff Pierce for being there and Chief West for giving his presentation to make the community more aware of what's going on. This is an issue that really needs to be concentrated on, and I want to give an attaboy to the board for their commitment to reach out in the community and be more aware of what's going on in the community and listen to the citizens. And the citizens have got to step up as well as reporting some of this crime, because when you look at the map where the gunfire is going and everything, it is just consolidated in certain areas. Well, I hate to say this consolidation can move forward as well in our communities too, back in the county and everywhere else, because it's not getting any better. And it is really frightening to see what I seen the other night at this board meeting. And I want to thank the mayor, Gaylord, and board for putting this on to make the community aware of what's going on. That's all I have.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Acock?
Yes, sir. I think we've had a very productive meeting today, taking care of some things that need to be taken care of. Wish we'd had a full board here to vote on everything, but, you know, sometimes you just can't make every meeting. And also, just want to thank everyone, you know, because most of you know I've had some health issues, but I just wanted everybody to know that I'm doing much better. And just because I'm doing better, don't let up on the prayers, because I've still got a ways to go. But thank God I'm a whole lot better than I was. And also thanks to my doctors. I've had some fantastic care from several different doctors here in the county and in Raleigh. And you know, with their expertise and a touch from the Lord, I'm going to be better. Since nothing else is going on, I caught a daggone head cold, and that's what's got me down right now. But everything else is going in the right direction. And also, I can start something. You know, this month is Pride Month. I just want everybody to know right here is my pride. This is my pride right here. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir. All right, on the community college, kind of piggybacking off of what I said earlier and what Mr. Hardison said, we have got a primetime education facility right here in our county that can give you the education and requirements that you need to make very good money. We've had several economic announcements, investment announcements in the last month or two, and therefore we're going to need more people trained in certain areas. So I would ask you to do your research and see what some of these companies are needing. We also have an announcement coming up at the Global Trans Park. I think the end of the month, I think it is, that is going to be a major need for employment for trained individuals. That would be something I would implore you to keep abreast on. The Alianza piece was it's been a long time coming. It's been something, as he said, we've been working on it for a right good while, and I want to thank Chip and Andrew and Ginger and all for Mr. Boyd for everything, for working on that. That's something that we had to kind of stay on top of because we didn't want them walking somewhere else. As he told you, they visited 4 states and they chose Wayne County, North Carolina, and Wayne County, which says a lot for us, for us being in the running. And in the coming weeks, you'll start seeing some unfamiliar faces. Our summer employment starts today. I think it started at 8:30 this morning at their initial initiation thing, training. So We will not, as we said, we will not have a meeting on July the 2nd, so we will see you on the 16th of July, and prepare for a long meeting, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a long one. So all that being said, does anybody, we got any closed session, Mr. Borden? Thank you, sir. All right, that being said, meeting's adjourned.